At first, I did not want to do bodybuilding. The owners of my gym is Alethea Harding, and she is Miss Indiana for figure and women's physique. So I think I look up to her. She told me one time about how I should try a posing clinic because I was working out there for a couple years, like every day. And she's like, you should just try this free posing clinic. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. She does it. She's really good. I never wanted to do the dieting part and everything, but I went to the posing clinic, and that's really where I realized that I wanted to do bodybuilding because I was in there with a couple girls, and I knew like the woman who was doing the posing class was her name was Jamie, and like some of those people in there had previously like worked with her, or paid her, or like she coached them for posing. And when she saw that I needed help, like she didn't know who I was, she went out of her way to help me. And I was like, okay, these people have potential, these people have been doing classes, done shows before. She had no idea who I was. I told her I didn't even know if I wanted to do bikini, and she made sure that like she went out of her way to make sure I felt okay and that I was doing stuff properly. And then I was like, this is treated really fairly. I don't know. It was a good experience. Like I liked that I fit in. Nobody knew who I was. You know, she stayed with me. Like that was my first time walking in heels. I got heels for that. And I could barely even walk, and I was like stumbling, and I heard like some of the girls started laughing, and she stayed right next to me and was very serious and was like, "No, it's fine. It'll just take time, just try to go back the other way." And I don't know, it just made me feel okay about it. So I was like, "All right." I thought that like what I always said is that I didn't want to go up on stage and get overlooked and, go through all that hard work and just be overlooked. And she pretty much showed me right there that they want competition, and that they didn't know who I was. I wasn't getting overlooked. I was quiet. I was in the back of the room. I was the only person that was wearing a sweatshirt in the posing practice. Everybody else was in their bikini, and I was in a sweatshirt, and they were like, "Will you take it off?" And I was like, "No," but like they still went out of their way to make sure like every single person in there was taken care of. It was evenly. I don't know. That's where I found out that I liked bodybuilding and I wanted to compete. And so I got on a diet plan and started taking care of myself a lot better. So I had said that I wanted to go to the gym for years, and I was just too scared to. Um, and then finally, some girl posted on her story. She was like, "If anybody needs help going to the gym, come in and I'll help you." And that was my very first time going to the gym. I had worked out at my house, like trying to do sit-ups at home, and like I put my feet under the couch and do sit-ups, or I'd like plank or do reverse crunches or wall push-ups. That was my very first time in an actual gym, and it was a girl I didn't know. She just posted on her story, "If anybody needs help, I'll help you." I went in, she showed me every single machine, had me do like 10 of everything, and then I just went back every single day for like 2 years. I was like, this is my happy place. This is exactly what I like. This took away all my stress. Like if you're aggravated, it just melts everything away. You can just go in there and lift heavy weights, makes you feel better, you know?
Are you a personal trainer, online fitness coach, or gym owner on the verge of burnout? Are you wanting to grow your fitness business but can't add more hours to your hectic schedule? Introducing Trainer Revenue Multiplier, the premier wealth creation system for fitness professionals that helps you earn more and work less. Visit www.trainerrevenuemultiplier.com today to schedule your free business accelerator session. If you're serious about taking your business to the next level, schedule your call today.
When I very first started, though, I remember like I used to do sit-ups with my daughter next to me by the couch, and we'd put our feet under the couch and like do it. And I remember my belly would hit my stomach, and I would like want to cry, or like she would sit on my stomach, and like I'd give her high fives when I'd be doing sit-ups. And that was back when my son was a baby. And I mean, they really helped me too, because even when I didn't want to work out before I started the gym, she would want to play with me. And like, I made working out fun for her. And now they're always, "Oh, we want to eat healthier. We want to, we want to work out with you guys." I just bought them like a little at home gym too. So they get to start lifting weights with us. But
That's
yeah.
pretty cool. Where did the I guess structure kind of come from?
I went in at first and I just did machines because that's what is more comfortable. Like I feel like dumbbells are more intimidating, but I just stayed to machines probably for my first year in the gym, and I made a lot of progress. So, and like she'd always tell me some of my friends would be like, do hip thrusts is really good for you. And I'd be like too nervous to do that. But I just knew as long as like I hit leg machines or as long as I hit upper body machines, I would get around that area. I didn't know like benching did chest. I didn't know like lat pull down was your back. I thought it was just like upper body, lower body. Didn't know back then. Now I know how to, hit direct muscle groups. But for my first like year or two, I just went in there and winged it. Like didn't touch the dumbbells. Then I just touched the same like machines all the time. I tried to always push till failure though. I always knew that was I didn't know like the 6 to 12 rep rule or you know do less more whatever. I didn't know all that, but now yeah, I'm doing better. I always just push till failure. I used to do like really lightweight and do it like 40 times and like be like, oh, I feel it. But yeah, I don't know. Probably for like the first 2 to 3 years. I only started getting coached recently within the last like 7 months. Me being coached, first off, I have got like 2 years of results being coached that I thought I was doing by myself because I was not eating properly. I wasn't in my macros, didn't know any of that. But yeah, I learned all of it pretty much by myself or watching like other influencers or just like people I wanted to try to be like. I pretty much just like I deleted all my social media for a long time and I just like studied all this stuff for so long. Like, oh, I want to start making workout videos like this. I want to start doing this like this girl. I want to and if they can do it, I can do it, turn it into a possible, a reality. And I definitely went under pressure starting to be coached because I knew that my old way of bulking was to go to Chick-fil-A and get, chicken sandwich and macaroni. And I was like, oh, carbs and protein. And then it's like she hasn't had fried food in years and hasn't had real sugar in years. And I just had to learn, you know, how to make her proud. And I mean, it was really intimidating at first, but it also made me feel a lot better about myself, knowing that like she saw so much in me. Like throughout my check-in photos, she would notice growth that I wouldn't notice. And she'd be like, my God, look at your shoulders. Like you didn't even have that last week. I'd go back and I'd notice and I'd be like, dang, her really getting on me and her telling me to quit slacking is really helping me so much. I mean, I know it's stressful, but it's really helping. And then she points out, like, hey, you've actually changed this, that if I was to look at the photos, I wouldn't notice. But it's stressful, but it's good stress because it's work, something that you're doing positive. Like you can't just let all the good stuff happen to you. You got to work for it. So, and I mean, it's good to have somebody that's checking in on you that's like, hey, your love handles weren't there last week, or something. I don't know. It's good to have, she's a friend too, so I can always just rely on her.
Are you a personal trainer who wants to scale and grow your business online? Have you been coaching online for years, yet don't know how to incorporate online into your current business model? Introducing Trainer Revenue Multiplier, the premier wealth creation system for fitness professionals that helps you earn more and work less. Visit www.trainerrevenuemultiplier.com today to schedule your free business accelerator session. If you're serious about taking your business to the next level, schedule your call today. Did you ever kind of get to the point where it was like, oh my gosh, like I don't know if I can handle like all this, like getting into, I didn't realize what it was going to be like, when I said I wanted to do it,
Yeah.
there's so much more maybe than you expected.
Yeah, because like working out, I was like, this is fun. I get to do what I want to do. I can go in and hit what I want to hit. My cat just scared me, sorry. I can go in and hit what I want to hit. And, having her give me a plan, I don't want to do reverse lunges, 4 sets. I would have stopped that. And working out was fun for me. I could go in, I could hit the muscles that I wanted to hit, and I could have fun. If I didn't want to, do a workout, I would quit. If I wanted to leave early, I could quit. Now I have an app. I have to check off everything, and I'm like, this is overwhelming. If I don't do something, I feel like I failed, and then I feel overwhelmed, and then I feel like, if I tell my coach, she's gonna be ashamed of me. But I don't know, it's all for the best. I don't know. I mean, I definitely wanted to quit after I noticed, like, dang, dieting, she put tuna on my thing. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna eat tuna and crackers when I get home. But there wasn't crackers on my list. I had to eat tuna. And it was just small stuff where I was like, I don't think I can do this. And then I started doing it and I was like, I started feeling better. Yeah, I just tried. I just started feeling better. I got addicted to feeling better, got addicted to looking so much better, like so much quicker, than what I was just working out for fun.
How do you balance when you do have some sort of, situation where you go off plan or whatever, or you don't meet the expectations of that plan to where you can kind of get back on track mentally?
First off, if I mess up on my diet, if like I do the small things, like I watch my sauces and your condiments that you put on there because all that adds up. But if I like mess up and eat way too many fries or something, I mean I'll try to do extra cardio, but the next day I don't try to stress out about it because I feel like stress is worse than me actually messing up on my diet. So the next day is a whole new day. If I need to start fresh that whole next day, I feel like I'm fine as long as I don't go overboard with it and let it snowball. But as long as I messed up, learned from it. If I'm going to try to go to the gym, fix it. If I do, that's really good. I'm proud of myself. But if I don't, I'm not going to overstress about it. Since I'm a single mom of two kids, this is my choice. I'm not going to be extra stressed around them and risk them being like, I don't want my mom to do this anymore because my mom's always irritated because she ate too much or because I'm always cooking food for them or macaroni for them, and I don't want them to feel like, oh, my mommy can't make me my snack because she can't control herself around that. So I need to always make sure, like, if I mess up, it's on me. I'm gonna take care of it. If I don't take care of it, tomorrow's a new day, and I'll just be good. Just start good tomorrow.
Now that you're kind of looking more seriously and getting more serious about the sport of bodybuilding and wanting to compete and stuff like that, are there other things that you've been doing to maybe get yourself ready for just competing in general, maybe looking forward to like looking into prep and stuff like that?
To get ready, I just started wearing my heels around the house because I'm like, these kind of hurt, so I need to get used to it. I just got a mirror downstairs, so like, I'm practicing watching myself walk. I need to get that on. Um, Also, like, I just started taking care of my gut health. I have bad gut health, and I know that me doing a show is not going to be, a possibility for my gut health. And another thing is like I have bad acne. So like that's a reason why I didn't do a show last year is I was too self-conscious about my acne. So I had to go and find a good acne, thing. So like there's just so many different things. But recovery, like I mean, I have really bad gut health. So I can't take artificial sweeteners and like so it's hard for me to find good pre-workouts. It's hard for me like I take the organic plant protein for like my protein and just trying to stay as healthy as possible because I know if I do hit a show, I am possibly risking messing up my gut health. And, I need to stay as healthy as possible. Like I do see some of these people end up losing some hair because they're not taking care of themselves like off season or, they're just not even having fun off season and then on season's horrible. So you just gotta I know I'm not gonna over I don't my number one thing is that I'm not gonna over stress about anything off season because I know on season is gonna be so on point.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely making sure that I check all my boxes. So I'm definitely making sure I'm doing my posing, doing my dieting, I'm working out still, everything. And then I'm really lucky that we just moved and my gym has like a little daycare center in there so they can watch my kids. So
Yeah.
that's really helpful.
And have you thought long term about, your ambitions for the sport?
When I very first sat down with my coach, I was like, well, I think I'm ready to be an Olympian. I think I can do this. I think I'm determined. And then she was like, all right, well, that's a lot of work. Like, I've been trying to be an Olympian for 15 years, I want to stick with it for as long as I can because I know it makes me happy. It just makes me happy. I think I look up to all those people. I think that they are so mentally strong. They're so, I don't know, confident. I just love it. And also I just like I really want my kids to be able to look up to me. So like I just really want to stick with it as long as I can, see how far I can get with it. And like I know it could take me 10 years to get my pro card if it was something like a possibility. Like I'm willing to stick with it for 10 years. I don't know how many shows I'd be willing to do, but like I'm gonna stick with this and do it as long as I can. Like I'm gonna try to do a show this year and then like get some, a look around, a feel. I need to be up on stage. And then probably like 2, 3 years off if I want to realistically try to be like a Miss Indiana title, and but I do want to stick with it seriously and take my growth seriously off season and The Indiana NPC National Bodybuilding. I think that's what it's called. I was looking at that one, and that was, I think it's like almost ran by the girl that helped with the coaching, the Jamie girl that helped
Mm-hmm.
us. So I saw her up there and she was like giving a speech last time. But I don't know, like every single person, I don't know, they're just so nice. Like they're you just walk in and they're all just so nice.
They put on a really good event and events that correspond with the shows. This podcast is sponsored by Smoking Gun Coffee, a veteran-owned coffee company that strives to give back to those in need. Don't forget to use code TWR10 for a 10% discount at checkout.
I loved the clinics. Like, I didn't think I would want to do bodybuilding. I definitely didn't want to do dieting. I didn't think I wanted to make working out a job where I'd have to check off boxes. And just going to the clinic and just seeing how you were treated fairly. Like, I don't know, that was just a really big thing. I'm always worried about favoritism, especially if you're going to starve yourself for so long. And then just going there and seeing that there were so many new people, there were so many people that looked like they just wanted to go to the clinic just to like be there. And, like in jeans and a sweatshirt, like I was in a sweatshirt my first time, the second clinic, there was way more people. That one was at Indy. So there was like 10 times the people, and they still made sure that they went through every single person, made sure every single person knew correctly how to pose before they went on to the next one. They made sure every single person knew how to walk like properly. Even the pros were going through and like touching these people, like, no, your arm needs to go down here, your arm needs to go up here. And like, that's pretty awesome that they're not acting like they're better than us because we're just trying. They're not like, oh, these are people that are never going to be anything. They actually went through and they want to see competition too, and they were trying to help us. So that's really what made me want to try bodybuilding. And some of these coaches are like, all right, I kind of want to see this girl go up against this girl I've been coaching for a long time. Like, let's see if the girl I'm, been coaching really has it. And I don't know, it's nice how they really want to see good competition. They want to see you go at it. Like, they want to see you give it your all, and then they're gonna check you out and make sure that you know exactly what you're doing. And I didn't know also how big posing was into it. And posing is probably the hardest thing that has been for me. I can work out, and dieting's pretty, it's rough when you want chocolate, but other than that, but just posing is so rough. It's so rough.
Is there anything you're looking forward to specifically about your first experience with it?
I'm looking forward to seeing how much muscle I've gained because I haven't been down to that low of a body fat percentage to like see what I really got because I've been working out for a few years. My first prep, I just really want to make my kids proud. Like that's my big thing. I just really want to be more than the average mom that's just gonna sit around with them, and not saying that the average mom is that, but just say like I just want to be something that they can look up to and go and tell their friends about. And that's the number one thing that I am looking forward to. I want my kids to be able to brag about me and be able to be proud about me. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to, I've seen people go through prep. I know it's gonna be rough, and I've seen them, they'll be working out and they have to sit down because they get lightheaded and you're low on salt and like hydration. And I know it's gonna be rough, but I really want to make my kids proud. So that's the number one thing I'm looking forward to is I want to do it to a T to make them proud. And then I wanna like try to be a pro. I know it maybe sounds silly, but that's why I feel like every single pro, every single Olympian, they've all been scared and they've all been in their very first posing clinic and they've all not known how to pose when everybody else knew how to pose. And it's like you're just learning. You just got to go through it. I went through that first day at the gym being nervous, and you realize it's not that bad and you get addicted to it, and it's just there's a brighter side to it.
Well, I really appreciate you coming on, and best of luck moving forward in your process of getting to your first prep and then doing your first show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
If you're tired of searching for a coach or trainer, somebody who knows what they're talking about and has experience, make sure you go check out the new Coach's Corner on weightroompodcast.com. You can find quality, qualified coaches to help you achieve your goals, whether that's in bodybuilding or just general fitness. Stop wasting time and start achieving your goals today. The link to the Coach's Corner is down in the description below.